Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about how I, somebody who previously hated the thought of going for a jog, actually became somebody who kind of enjoys it now. I'm going to tell you how I did it, and I think you can do it too. Tell you, this video has been a year in the making. I mean, I meant to upload all of this footage literally this time last year, just after lockdown had begun, and I was just recovering. Well, I had recovered from 2 operations on my kidneys, and I was feeling so unfit, but I had absolutely no way of getting the motivation back to actually exercise or do classes or do yoga or anything like that, except from the fact that the weather was really nice and I wanted to be outside. And so I started my journey with learning how to jog, essentially. Now, I've been somebody who has always hated jogging. Absolutely despised it. I look at people on the streets and be like, I don't know how you can be putting yourself through that. Like, it looks like you're in pain. Nobody looks like they're enjoying it when they're jogging. I definitely still don't now. I completely get it. But as a non-jogger, I would look and be like, why? Why are you? It just looks so horrible. But the thought of being able to jog, to just go out and go for a jog as a really easy form of exercise, really accessible. You don't have to pay anything to go for a jog. You get to see nature and run in really nice spots and just be out in the lovely weather. If it is summertime, which most of the time it's not in England, but let's just pretend that's our motivation. I really like the idea of that, but I had no idea how to go about getting fit in that way. If you don't know me, I'm a dancer. So I'm a professional dancer. Haven't danced for like a year though, so I don't know if I can even call myself that anymore. And jogging and dancing have 2 completely different fitness like types, really. Dancing is very stop start, on and off, maybe a quick 2-minute burst and then you stop, and then again 2-minute burst and then you stop. Whereas jogging is that sort of endurance that I've always longed to have, and I've never had it. I've never understood how people can just carry on. I do have a slight bit of exercise-induced asthma. I actually want to go to the doctors and see if I can get a pump again, because I think that will help me even more. This also put me off of jogging because I was just making excuses like, I can't do it because I feel like I'm going to have like an asthma attack. But I have been jogging now for a year on and off. I stopped jogging in the winter, which is why it's taken me so long to upload this video. And I have been vlogging and documenting my progress with the Couch to 5K app. This is the app that I used that honestly took me from not being able to jog for 30 seconds or more. It was that bad. Like, I literally 40 seconds was my absolute limit, especially because I was so unfit because I'd been in hospital and not really moving at all for the past couple of months. I started out literally not being able to jog 60 seconds. I finished last year being able to jog 25 minutes non-stop using this app. It's crazy. I would never have thought this would have happened. And then I stopped over winter time because who wants to jog in an English winter time? Not me. And then I'm starting again, and I already feel like I'm miles ahead of where I was because I've kind of kept that knowing that I actually can do it. I think this is the thing. So as the weather's getting nicer, I've been going out for jogs again. Right now I'm at about 10 minutes. I could probably do 10 minutes very slowly, and then I need to stop and walk for a little bit, but it's going well. I'm going to flash you back now to one of the first vlogs that I took when I first started jogging, and just take you along for my little journey of how I became a jogger.
Hello everybody. So I've just completed, we
I've just completed the Couch to 5K week 4. It was pretty good. I feel pretty good. So week 5 starts in a couple of days. But that included like a 5-minute run, like a couple of 5-minute runs and a 3-minute run, and I actually rather enjoyed it. So times are changing. Hi guys, so I just thought I'd start filming because it is week 5 of the Couch to 5K app. I have so far gone from not even being able to run for a minute straight to being able to run for 5 minutes. That's really impressive, I think, if I do say so myself. I honestly, that's the most I've ever been able to run. So I just thought I would start filming now and then film from here till the end, and I'll just make a whole video out of it, out of how I found it. Now it's week 5, which includes 5 minutes of running and then 3 minutes of walking. Repeat that for half an hour. I'm just wearing a little cami with a sports bra underneath and some shorts. I do really need to get some running trainers, I think, if I'm going to carry on running after this, which, do you know what? Like, I might carry on running. I can't believe I'm saying this. I might carry on running after this. Who knows? This mirror is a bit gross, so don't mind that. But yeah, it's week 5. Let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed that I can get through this week. I'm actually starting this week. Thing is, I think I've kind of been doing it not so slow because I did miss a week at one point during this whole, couple of weeks that I've been doing it, or 5 weeks. But then for the rest of the time, I've pretty much been running every other day. So then you're only supposed to run on this app 3 times a week, but I've been running more than that sometimes. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and I will keep you updated. Hi. You might have noticed I didn't film after that last run because I found it so incredibly hard. Oh my god. I did I think it was a 3-minute, then a 5-minute, then a 5-minute with walking in between. Oh my god, I just really struggled. I think we made a bit of a mistake because the time before I ran up a hill within the first couple of minutes and I kind of did it okay, and then we tried it again, and I just couldn't do it. And then for the rest of the run, my legs were just completely seized, and I just feel like I couldn't feel my legs, and I was in such a bad mood after the run. I was like, I'm never running again. I thought running was supposed to make you feel really good. I just feel like shit, and I feel like I can't run properly, and I don't feel proud of myself, and yeah. Poor Johan, he had to deal with me just being like, why am I even running? But anyway, I went for another one after that, a couple of days after, and we did an 8-minute run. I'm not sure if I filmed anything. I did an 8-minute run, 2 5 minutes, and 1 8-minute, I think it was. And that was okay. Like, it was hard, yeah, but I ran the whole time, and I think it was fine, yeah. And today, I've been putting it off. I've left it like 3 or 4 days in between runs now. I've been putting it off because, and I shouldn't do this, but I had a little sneak preview of what today had in store. A 20-minute run. A 20-minute run I've got today. It's currently like 4:15, so I've been waiting all day just trying to muster up the courage, and it doesn't look that nice outside, and I've got to run for 20 minutes. I don't see how I'm going to go from running 8 minutes to a whole 20-minute run with 5-minute walking in between. But I'm going to try. I might record during it, or maybe after, if I'm not in a terrible mood. But yeah, this is big milestones for me right now. So wish me luck, and I'll update you later. Struggling. But nice houses. So as you can see, the further the weeks went by, each week I could see so much improvement, and it was actually giving me so much motivation, because I was like, I can actually do that. I can do this. I can jog. I know I can now. I'm jogging for longer each and every time that I'm doing it, and it's really hard and I'm not enjoying it, but I'm really enjoying the feeling after. And that was what was getting me through the first couple of weeks of doing it. I didn't enjoy a single jog. Even sometimes now I don't like outwardly enjoy the jog. It's mostly the feeling after. But when you get to a point where you're actually finding it like easy or like doable to just jog, and then you can go somewhere and jog in nature or jog around really nice streets in your area and have a look at the houses and, you know, listen to a podcast and really get in that zone, that's when it actually becomes enjoyable. That's when, you know, I get to the point where I'm like, I'm jogging and I'm listening to something and I'm looking around and I'm sweating and I'm breathing heavily but like not in pain, and I'm like, yeah, this feels good. It feels kind of free to be able to do that. So you can see how helpful this app was for me to be able to go from somebody who hated jogging with a passion to somebody who kind of enjoyed it in like 8 weeks or something. It's really not that long. Couch to 5K app, that's what it's called. I'd really highly recommend it. And just from one non-jogger to potentially another, a few things that I found really helpful. I would drink water before I go out. Often I'd get a stitch, and I found actually, weirdly, that making sure I was hydrated before I went out helped to prevent that. And then jogging really, really slowly. Like, I used to jog with my boyfriend. I still do. It's good in some ways having a jogging partner because you can spur each other on, and I mean, I'm not spurring him on. He's the one being like, come on, you can do this, and me be like, oh, so dramatic. But the only negative is that we run at very different jogging paces. My jogging pace is the least impressive pace. Like, I have to struggle to overtake people walking when I'm jogging sometimes, especially if I've been jogging for a little while or if I've just got back into jogging after a couple of weeks off. I run really slowly, and I think that was one of my biggest mistakes when learning how to jog. Also, I've always been like a sprinter, so I like running really fast for a little short amount of time and then stopping. One thing I never really realised is that you can go slow. Like, just go really slow. It's absolutely fine to go really slow when you're jogging. And it means that my breath very rarely gets to the point where I'm like getting panicky about having some sort of asthma attack. And it means you can carry on for longer, and so you're building up that endurance. I found helpful, you know, in regards to this, was not listening to music, because I think because I'm quite musical anyway, if I'm listening to music, I'm going to run at the pace of that music. So I much prefer listening to people talk, so podcasts, audiobooks when I'm jogging instead of something with a beat, because otherwise I will really struggle to run not to the beat, and usually the beat is really bloody fast and I shouldn't be running that. I'll literally be able to run for 20 seconds at that speed before I'm like giving up. So those are the main two things that I would say have been really important. Just drinking before I go out, not taking water with me. So having like nothing, no backpack or anything is better than having a backpack for me. Just feeling kind of free with it. Listening to a podcast or an audiobook rather than music really helps me. And 3 things: running really, really slow as you want. Don't worry about like looking like a jogger when you're out and you're running so slow. I can guarantee no one's looking at you thinking, oh, they're jogging really slowly. Like that was the sort of thing that was in my head before I started realising that it's not about anything else other than getting in the zone and doing it for yourself. And the more you do it, the better you get. And honestly, I sometimes look forward to jogging. Yeah, it's really weird. It's not, I've changed. I've really changed in the past year, but like when it's a nice day, sometimes, I mean, I want to go and hang in the park with my friends as well, post-lockdown. But sometimes I'm also like, maybe I'll get up early and like go for a jog. It's bizarre, but it actually is so therapeutic. I think it's a really good form of exercise to do when you're feeling like emotional as well. It's really like, it just releases all of this toxicity, and I can be on the worst mood before I go for a jog. And if I go for a jog and I do all of the things that I've just spoke about, so then I'll come back usually feeling proud of myself just for getting up and going for a jog. I mean, got pretty low standards of myself. I'm proud of myself for like just getting out. That's enough for me. And then if I've ran a little bit further or carried on when I thought I couldn't at one point, I'll be proud of that as well, and I'll automatically come back in a better mood. And so I think it's a really, really good thing to be able to do if you've always thought that you can't be somebody who just goes out for a jog, but you've always kind of liked the idea of it. Honestly, try the Couch to 5K app. Practice the things that I've mentioned below. Let me know if you've got any tips for jogging or learning how to jog or get more like stamina, because that was the real issue with me. It's still a massive work in progress. I mean, like, if you see me on the streets jogging, don't expect anything impressive at all. It's not an impressive sight. But it's impressive for me because I've never been able to do it before, and I'm finally getting around to actually recording this video and being able to share this really kind of life-changing app, which I've heard so much about, and I always ignored it because I never thought it would apply to me because I knew I wasn't a jogger, but actually it is aimed for people that are not joggers. Yeah, that is how I finally managed to become somebody who doesn't want to throw up at the thought of jogging and actually kind of enjoys it now. It's a really, it's a miracle. I'm just gonna say that it's a miracle, but it's happened, and I thought I would share it with you. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope maybe it gave you a little bit of a kick up the butt if you have ever been one of these people that says they can't jog, doesn't want to jog, but secretly deep down you're like, actually it does sound nice if I was to be able to jog and not be in pain constantly. Like, if you can jog and find it easy, that sounds nice. Well, you can. You just got to practice and work at it, and I promise it's actually worth it, and it doesn't take that long. Like, you can do it in 8 weeks if you do it 3 times a week and follow this app. Highly recommend giving it a go. As the weather is looking a little bit more bright these days, it's the perfect time to start doing it. Let me know if you've had any other similar experiences to this. What are your thoughts on jogging? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle like me? And leave me a comment down below. Yeah, let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.